Cheryl, what is your topic?
Why the United States should utilize elements of Finland's education system.
All right. Audience, are you ready? Yes. Lock up anything? Yep. Sarah, you ready?
As I'll ever be.
Excellent, and proceed.
Education plays an important role in the United States. In order for democracy to move forward, it's important that voters are well educated. But what if voters are not receiving the best education that they could? A Council of Foreign Relations report from 2012 found that schools were falling short of achieving their basic objectives. This includes things like preparing students with citizenship skills, getting them ready to interact in a global society, and producing a sufficiently skilled workforce. This isn't the only concerning information to come out about the US education system in recent years. During the 2018 Program for International Student Assessment Results, or PISA, a test that compares different education systems around the world, the United States never scored in any of the top 10 countries for any of the sections students were tested in. This test, however, does provide the United States with an opportunity, a chance to look at other education systems and implement what they're doing into their own. One of these countries they can look at is Finland. A Stanford University article from January 23rd, 2012 stated that Finnish students have ranked at or near the top of the Program for International Student Assessment ever since testing has started in 2000. Though Finland's scores have gone down a little bit in recent years, their education system is still well known. The United States should start to utilize elements of Finland's education system. The reasons for this can be seen by looking at Finland's structure for their education, how they view standardized testing, and the treatment of their educators. When people compare the United States and Finland, they often think that funding is the reason that Finland is so successful, not structure. This, however, cannot be true. In September 2011, Smithsonian Magazine found that Finland spends about 30% less per student than the United States. Not only that, but according to the College Student Journal on June 1st, 2022, in Finland, education is free at all levels. These things show that the problem in the United States isn't just funding, it's a problem with structure as a whole. During the final 2 years of high school in Finland, they are much different than high school here in the United States. In 2021, the National Center on Education and the Economy noted that in April 2019, the new national government raised the upper age limit on mandatory schooling from 16 to 18. This means that in Finland, students are required to be in school until they're 18, unlike the United States. In Finland, students are also offered 2 pathways during those final 2 years of schooling. The first pathway focuses on students interested in going to the traditional post-secondary education. They take classes that help them prepare for an entrance exam needed for college. The second pathway is utilized for students that are interested in taking a more vocational pathway. This prepares students to enter the workforce right away. These students, however, still do have the opportunity to take classes needed for the entrance exam for college if they end up changing their mind. These things allow students to have more opportunity and stay in their final years of education, and is just one of the many differences between education in the United States and education in Finland. Another difference is their view on standardized testing. In the United States, standardized testing can be used to track a student's progress, and it can also affect funding of schools. This is not the case in Finland. On November 1st, 2011, Education Digest wrote that the Finnish system does not employ external standardized student testing to drive the performance of schools or rigorous inspection system of schools and teachers. This is because Finland believes that there's more negatives to standardized testing than benefits. They believe it can cause issues like teachers having to teach to a test and causing unnecessary competition between students. Instead, they trust that schools and teachers will be able to track a student's progress. This trust in teachers is just one of the many differences between teaching in the United States and teaching in Finland. In Finland, teachers are highly valued, while in the United States, they're often overlooked and underpaid. Teaching in Finland is seen as a prestigious job. The previously mentioned College Student Journal writes that only 10% of all applicants are accepted to be future teachers. This means that the teachers that are accepted are high quality, and it also adds to the prestige of being a teacher. Teachers in Finland also spend less time actually teaching. The previously cited Education Digest wrote that a typical middle school teacher in Finland teaches just under 16 hours annually. In the United States, by contrast, a teacher at the same level typically teaches 1,080 hours annually. This is because less time is spent teaching, so teachers in Finland can focus more time on developing a good curriculum. The previously cited College Student Journal notes that a teacher remains the same from first class to sixth class. This means that during the elementary years of Finnish students' education, they have the same teacher. This allows the teacher to develop a good bond with the student and develop a curriculum around them so they know that they will get the best out of their education. As explained in Inquiry in Education in 2018, teachers there develop thematic units collaboratively with students, taking into account their interests and learning styles. This unique approach is one of the many reasons that Finland's education system is so great. There's a reason that Finland consistently scores high on tests like the PISA. Their education system is unique to each student. It has eliminated standardized testing and has created a better environment for teachers to work in. The United States should start to implement these changes. It is the best way to ensure that voters are well educated in the future.
Thank you.
What's the thing again?
Oh, no,
Sure.
you just gotta keep going.
Here.
It's there.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so glad I have it done.
Oh, yeah, like, told you. I've never felt so miserable for it. It's weird. I don't know why.
Already been in it.
I don't know. I've been trying to figure out the last
No,
week.
that's not.
Not my best, but it could have been worse. I could have blanked. And I think that's what I was afraid of doing.
I don't.
Um,
You should have had it already.
I think. Well, my pace wasn't the best week for them. But I think I was pretty good at enunciating. Some parts I kind of slipped up on though. I kind of tried to use that nervous energy of it moving around more. I kind of really.
Moved it out a little bit.
Yeah, if you type in my media space, you are.
Your rates and fairly unique about the word. I can get in with a few vocals. In the process of open things. I got it. It wasn't horrible, it did smooth out a little bit. But everything you it's mostly the products. Again,
The same as the.
be a good transition.
Yeah.
You know, it was a job.
I was faking confidence.
Yeah, well, that's what the best of us do. So. Take a moment, try to give some good feedback, thorough
Is the
feedback.
thing posted on the
Yes, right.
It's been long enough that I forgot how to do it.
I need to make a new,
Oh, discussion post.
yeah. Give me a moment.
Oh, right, C2L.
Yeah, you gotta go to the discretion and then you have to add it from your library.
Yeah, but I just. I'm so glad I have that done.
You did great.
It's better, okay, because like I was so fast and blank and I don't know why, but I practiced it for like this hour listening with my mom and it was each second.
Alright,
My cards.
yeah. Look, this one was discussions, right? And then I have to make another one under lessons for you to turn your paperwork in. Actually, 1 second. Just to have a new idea. I think you might actually be in charge of sending those in. I was thinking about this on the way into school today. Oh, that's not how I want to do it. Delete. Oh, add topic. There you go.
Also, I had to grab different 3x5 note cards at home because I have brutally murdered the other ones from taping and retaping.
Yeah, so did I.
I'm back.
Skinned them.
It's up now.
So, the time, I got 6:13:34.
I suppose I need to add that.
Assignments.
6:13:92. No, it's under discussion.
So just 6:13 then. What you want to put down there, Bob?
Yeah, 6:15.
Okay. Good topic. It's been a while since I've done
Do I have to
this.
rewrite the
I'm trying to think of how you,
user statement?
I'm trying to think of how you do this.
Um,
New thread?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Change them?
Yeah.
You have to rewrite the user statement. Okay, because it's
Oh, I
kind of a
don't
long one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like my condensation of it. I said,
but.
US should mirror Finland's education.
Oh, yeah.
Do we have to fill out all of this? This part you don't have.
Okay, well, I didn't
That
follow
is
the rule
How
list,
she is,
but-
overall.
Oh, I forgot your main points were.
Do all of you know how to scan documents?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
And
Do students have access to scanning documents?
yes, you can
You
do
do
it.
it on your iPad.
Yeah,
It's the best thing ever. That's how I send and have my stuff for work.
Okay, I am gonna have you turn in your paperwork then. I suppose your works cited and your full sentence outline are already on your computer, so you just have to scan your cards. Is that an accurate statement? All right, so I'm gonna make,
You have to put it, oh wait, no, there's a way to save a Word doc.
Do we have to do that today or do we have to do that on?
on the day you do your speech, yeah.
Oh, it looks so awkward.
That doesn't affect me at all.
How's that? And I'm gonna change out this amazing outfit. Do I wear this then? No. I did buy a bunch of blazers. I think I've entered like now Taylor Swift eras. I have eras in clothes and I think I have my blazer.
Entered the blazer era.
Blazer. I like going to Maurice's and I'm like, oh yeah, they have blazers. This one got me $20,000, so made me happy. This is a
Okay.
limited edition.
Under assignments, I did make a persuasion docs. Persuasion docs entry.
What's this other?
Choose, no, wrong thing, wrong thing.
No, we don't do that. You do it minus
Just, yeah, minus whatever.
Fine, do the thing.
persuasion, right?
I know I'm pretty.
No, persuasion. Right, persuasion speed.
Yep.
Sarah, what were you? What is it?
You just.
Thank you. 1 second, my brain just like completely let everything leave now. So, my points were, structure. Standardized testing. Treatment approaches for education.
Was it the 3 main points?
from.
I just kind of generalized it to like, US
Okay, I'm gonna
problems.
scan
internet
this, which
solutions.
means that when I scan this, I have to airdrop it to the thing, alright, no, I can just. I should be able to. Oh, I can still. I'm just gonna airdrop this.
So videos go under discussion, and then your persuasion documents go under the persuasion docs assignment on each phone.
Okay.
Is any part of my body cut off? I'm not saying like. you-
If you move forward, you might get cut off. Okay, so it's like this then? For what?
I didn't put my name on it, but.
Angela? So it would look like that,
Yep.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh my god, just still not working.
I'll take that for an answer. All right, have all of Sarah's evaluations gotten to her? Nope, Shane was. working on it.
Yes.
Finish this later.
Make sure if you went today that before you leave, I get all of your evaluations. Like, read your speeches, otherwise I'm gonna have to hunt you down. Daniel, once again, what 5 minutes look like?
K-U-B-E.
What does 5.5 look like? We go up to 6.5 look like.
Or SH. Griffin, is it a CH or an SH at the end? I would write
Oh,
SH.
Otherwise it'd be Kubetch.
No, I.
We don't even have.
It's funky.
What do you call that? Griffin, what is your topic?
The internet and AI and how it will be the end of us.
Right, audience, are you ready? Griffin, are you ready? And proceed.
Imagine a world where humans are enslaved or extinct and deforestation has happened, pollution has happened, everything is just coming to the end that we all envisioned as a fictional end. And it may be fictional, but that reality is closer than you think. See, the problem with the modern day and the current day world is that we got the internet and AI, two huge advancements in human technology, but at the same time, two big curses that have been bared upon us. And the problem is that the internet's so vast that it can easily be misused information. And the AI is one little switch and boom, it turns bad on us. And the solution to this is, of course, just monitoring all these situations and increasing our cybersecurity to get rid of those misuses of the information. Trailhead.com in 2023 said that AI can augment human intelligence and amplify human capabilities. And if that's the case, then why doesn't AI just take over? But to understand the problem, we need to go to the history of the problem. And this would be the history of the internet. And the internet started as a project in the government where they wanted to share information between computers and create one big information hub. And this project only got further advanced as the Cold War went on. A CSIS brief by Seth Center and Emma Bates in 2019 said that funding and research during the Cold War spurred many of the civilian applications that revolutionized the modern world. So this just proves the point that as the Cold War went on, this huge project turned into something even bigger. And they realized that this wasn't something that they can keep between the government. It needed to become a public thing. And so they released the internet as a public way to share information and gain information. And the birthday of this was 1983. But a big problem with this is how big it was. The internet is huge. You got tons of information. You got ways to communicate over the world. And you got no way to stop something little from happening if you got millions of different things happening all at once. And really, you just can't do anything about it. It's just a huge vacuum of information that's always getting bigger. And another problem with this comes with AI. AI kind of came after the internet, became because of the internet. And AI is artificial intelligence, which I previously mentioned to be something that can make humans better technically. It can do whatever humans can do, but perfect or more perfect. And the danger of this is that they could easily become the better us. And an experiment was done called the trolley experiment, where there was 5 humans placed on one rail and 1 on the other rail, and they put different inputs into the AI, like they gave it emotions like anger or happiness or sadness. And then they gave different like traits to the people on the rails. One might or solve cancer. The other 5 might be really pivotal to winning a war or something like that. And the AI was to choose which ones to save. And every single time they chose the wrong person, according to human morality at least. GetSmarter.com in 2022 said that by 2024, AI investment is predicted to reach over $500 billion. So obviously it's a well and thoroughly researched thing, but at the same time, we don't know what we're messing with, because Zavaria of 2022 said that 36% of AI researchers think that AI could lead to a disaster similar to nuclear war. Some even referring to it as children playing with a bomb. I think that's a great analogy for this, because we're all just like a child playing with a bomb, for example. You want to figure out what it does until it blows up in your face, right? That's exactly with AI. We're trying to figure out the code, and then all of a sudden, boom, you put in the wrong input, and then it's taking over. And another big danger of this is, if we keep control of it and we do what we want to do with it, are we going to trust it to drive our cars? Are we going to trust it to automate different jobs? And if we do have it automate different jobs, like low-income jobs, then what's going to happen to those people who thrive on low-income families, stuff like that? People who are the ones that work those jobs. Where are they going to get the income from? There are plenty of jobs out there, but as AI grows, it's going to take over those different positions. And the solution to this is it's just thinking. It's just using your logic. What's the morality behind making a decision? What are you going to do to control the situation? And with AI, it's such a big thing to be able to control it, because if you put in an input and get out an output, you want to make sure that's the output you want, because as soon as you put in something into an AI code, it's going to give you something out of it. And if we put in the wrong code and everything breaks to the point where it takes over itself, it takes over its own code, then it's going to be unstoppable at that point. And so we just got to use our surveillance and monitoring and just overall precaution on that front. And another big thing is with the internet. The internet's so big, so vast, and there's so many different people that use it, that you're going to have people who misuse it. And those different people are called hackers and crackers. Hackers are the people that go into the internet to fix problems and to make solutions for different problems. Whereas crackers are the people that go in and crack into the internet and misuse the information and use it for mal reasons. And the fix to this is simply just increasing our cybersecurity and giving funding to the government projects such as CSIS. But at the same time, with giving this stuff, we don't want to increase government control, because there was a guy named Edward Snowden who worked at the government and found that it was actually somewhat corrupt in that department, as he saw that the CSIS was actually keeping information about people and about different citizens, and they were keeping it privately and not sharing that they were doing that. And he exposed them by putting this information out in public. And his quote here said that in 2017 said that arguing that you don't care about privacy because you have nothing to hide is no different than saying you don't care about free speech because you have nothing to say. So really, we just got to keep control of the internet and the misusers, but not giving more government control, because that's not something that we need to happen. And so as a summary, the internet could be the end of us, but it's also the future. So in order to move forward in the future, we need to look into the past and have a brighter future.
Thank you.
Do you need these
I
down?
need to clean this. Yeah, you do.
I'm gonna scan them.
I'm going to-
Scan them here. My bad, like you did.
So you go to your note app, you put the little camera and then. you
Oh,
just
that's
scan
handy.
it. That's how we did our Super Schneider all of time.
Yeah.
I'll go read Griffin, I wanna make it. My brain, my memory just left.
Yes.
That whole thing, I'm so sorry.
Internet,